Okay, so I'm filming 2 videos today. What? Okay. So this is another tag. It's a video that I saw because I have a terrible lack of originality. And I subscribed to this channel, and her name is BookParty. I don't know where she's from. I want to say Germany. She sounds German to me, but I could be wrong. So if I'm wrong, BookParty, I'm so sorry. But I love your accent. And so, yeah, it was no disrespect. But anyway, she did this book, this Goodreads tag. And I liked it because I just discovered Goodreads myself through, BookTube and doing all these videos, and I'm loving Goodreads. And I almost think it's not really a good thing that I discovered Goodreads number one, because it's just another way for me to waste my time. Number two, my to-read list has grown exponentially from having Goodreads. And so before I had like a few books that I wanted to read and stuff, and now I think my to-read list is like 84, almost 100 books long, which I know for some people is nothing, but for me that's a lot because I got 3 kids. The time that I eck out to read as it is very precious and stuff, and so I have like 100 books that I want to read, and I keep adding books every day as I watch more BookTube videos and stuff, so I'm not sure that it was such a good idea, but I do like Goodreads, and when I saw this tag, I wanted to do the tag because, like I said, I like it. So anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. Ugh. Okay, so the first question is, what was the last book you marked as read? That was The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison, which I did not like. I don't even think I gave it 2 stars. I think I gave it 1 star, but I did a review about it, so I talked about it. I'm not really going to go into detail. Just know that that was the last book I marked as to read, and I didn't like it. Okay, number 2, what am I currently reading? That is Mules and Men by Neale Hurston. I really am liking it thus far. It is a book about African American folklore, which I think is super cool. And yeah, so I'm really excited because it's kind of fictional but not entirely, and so I'm really looking forward to it. And the introduction in the book really kind of hyped it up and made me really want to read it. So I'm glad that I can get into that and get into some reading that I actually enjoy in the month of February. Number 3, what was the last book I marked as TBR? That is Norwegian Wood by Haruki Murakami. I don't know a lot about it, but I had heard the author's name before. And actually, BookParty mentioned Haruki Murakami in her video, and I looked and I was like, oh, and she read a quote. There it is. Boop. She read a quote from one of Haruki Murakami's books. And so I went and looked and, marked the other book as to read and then marked Norwegian Wood as to read. So that was the last book I marked as to read. Number 4, what book do I plan to read next? As I've told you guys before, it is Black History Month. I'm only reading books written by Black authors, and so I plan on reading either I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings next or Black Boy. I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou, and then Black Boy by Richard Wright. Those are the ones that I plan on reading next. I'm not sure which one I'm going to read next. It might be Black Boy simply because I've read a lot of books by female authors, Toni Morrison and then Neale Hurston, and so I might try to switch it up and read a book by an African-American male author. So, might be Black Boy, but it might be I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. We'll see. Number 5, do you use the star rating system? I do. When I mark a book as read, I rate it based on how I like it. I have no problem marking a book with a 1 if I didn't like it, but not a lot of books have gotten a 1. I think the only one that I may have marked with a 1 was probably I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, maybe The Catcher in the Rye, because I really don't like that book. What was another one I marked with a 1? I can't remember if I gave The Glass Castle like a 1 or a 2. I just did not like that book. But anyways, I do use a star rating system, and I use it the way it says. So if I didn't like it, 1 star. If it was just okay, 2. 3, I liked it. 4, I really liked it. And 5, it's like all-time favorite. I absolutely loved it. So I use it the way it's supposed to use. And I pay attention to it when I'm picking the books that I want to read. I do not read a book that has less than like a 3.5, I would say. Maybe sometimes 3.4, but most of the books that I mark as to read are 3.5 and higher. So, so I do use the star rating system. Yeah. So, number 6, are you doing a 2014 reading challenge? I am. My reading challenge is to read 20 books this year. which does not seem like a lot to some people, but when you got 3 kids, it is. And I am already 6 books in, which is kind of cool because it's only February and it's the beginning of February at that, and I'm almost halfway done. So I'm pretty sure I'll get a lot more than the 20 books in the year of 2014. But my challenge right now is just to read 20 books. Number 7, do you have a wish list? I thought that's what the to-read shelf was. So no, I don't have a wish list. To me, it's all the same. So I have a to-read list, and that is my wish list. Whoop, there it is. Number 8, what book do I plan on buying next? It's probably going to have to be either the I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, because I need to read it. Although, I am not sure that I'm going to be buying any books next, because I am so upset about not liking The Bluest Eye, and I bought it on my Nook. So, I think I'm going to go back to getting books from the library and reading them first, and then if I like them, buying them, because I just do not have money to spend on books that I don't like. So, I don't know what the next book that I'm going to buy is going to be, but I Know Why the Caged Bird Sing is a book that I would just like to have anyways. I'd like my children to read it. I feel like it's important to them to know, the history of African-American literature, and so, you need to have these kinds of books available to them, so I may buy it, but I'm not sure. And the next one I had marked is possibly The Book Thief, because I think I'm supposed to read it and review it with this group, and I'll talk about that a little later. So I might buy that one, but we'll see. I might get that one from the library too. Number 9 is, do you have any favorite quotes and would I like to share for you? Yes, I do, and yes, I would like to share them. So this is like my all-time favorite quote, period, dot. And it is by Rainer, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Maria Rilke. Rilke is like a philosopher. It's from Letters to a Young Poet. I saw it in my all-time favorite movie, Kissing Jessica Stein, and it just immediately endeared itself to me. I have it on my Facebook. I have it on my Goodreads. If I could get it tattooed on myself, I would. I love it, but it's really long, and so I just wouldn't do that. But anyways, I love this quote. So I'm going to read it to you. It is not inertia alone that is responsible for human relationships repeating themselves from case to case, indescribably monotonous and unrenewed. It is shyness before any sort of new, unforeseeable experience with which one does not think oneself able to cope. But only someone who is ready for everything, who excludes nothing, not even the most enigmatical, will live the relation to another as something alive. Oh, I love that quote. I love that quote because I try to live that way, and I just love that quote. I have that one. I have a quote by Zora Neale Hurston from Their Eyes Are Watching God. And it's Tea Cake was talking to Janie, and he was saying to her, use something to make a man forget to get old and forget to die. Oof, every time I read that sends chills down my spine, okay? I love that quote. And then I'll read one more. It is by J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Let us step into the night and pursue that flighty temptress adventure. I love that quote. Those are the quotes that I have. I have a couple more, but those are my favorites that I have on my Goodreads. So let me go to the next question. Hang on a minute. Number 10, who are my favorite authors? On Goodreads, my favorite authors are Amy Tan, John Grisham, and Jane Austen. And I think I have some others, but I have Paulo Coelho, but I haven't even read a book by him. But I would just like to be kind of updated when they post things. But Amy Tan, John Grisham, and Jane Austen are authors that I've really read, several of their books. Amy Tan, I've read all of her novels except for one, which is the newest one. John Grisham, I've read 13 of his books. And then Jane Austen, I think I've read 4 Jane Austen novels. So I would say that they are my favorite authors in the sense that I consistently go to them and I am consistently pleased by their books. So, yeah. Question number 11. Have you joined any groups? I'm only a member of one group on Goodreads, and that is YouTube Reviewers. It's a group of people that do BookTube videos. So I'm a member of that group. I haven't really gotten a chance to really get on there and look around and see what kind of groups I want to belong to. And like I said, I don't have a lot of time. And as it is right now, having a Goodreads is already a time waster in a sense. So I doubt that I would be super active in a whole bunch of groups and stuff like that because I just don't have the ability to be able to do so. But I am in that one group just because it's nice to see different people, that are reviewing videos and people to subscribe to and stuff like that. So, yeah, so that's a Goodreads tag. Whoop, there it is. I love this tag. I thought it was really cute. And so thank you, BookParty, for posting the video. I loved your video and love seeing your responses, and this one is mine. And so check her out. Go subscribe. She's really cool. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a great, great, great weekend. Booyah! Peace.